welcome. I'm Megha Sharma and you're watching NewsX. Donald Trump is all set to take oath as the 47th President of America. The world perceives Donald Trump as an aggressive and a transactional politician who has a knack of getting things done his way. He is also a real estate mogul who inherited the business acumen from his grandfather, who came from Germany to the United States looking for greener pastures. So let's take a look at the life of Donald Trump through these pictures, right from the time that he was a young boy to the man who has now been elected to govern the most powerful nation of the world once again. Now here's a picture of Donald Trump when he was 4 years of age. He was born in a neighborhood of Jamaica in Queens, and Trump had a wealthy upbringing. His father, Frederick Trump Jr., was a successful multi-millionaire real estate developer and businessman. Let's take a look at another picture where Donald Trump is clicked with the rest of his 4 siblings. In the picture, you see Donald Trump, who's on the extreme left, and this is a family picture where he is joined by his other 4 siblings. He was the 4th of the children to be born to his Scottish mother, Mary Ann, and let's also point out that he had these other 4 siblings. There were 2 sisters and 3 brothers in total. There's Mary Ann Trump, who was an attorney and a United States federal judge before she passed away in 2023. There's Fred Jr., he was a pilot who died early on in his life, 1981, because of alcoholism. This is a loss that Donald Trump has often spoken about. He cites this as a reason for him not drinking. There's Elizabeth and then the youngest Robert in that picture. Let's take a look at another picture of Donald Trump. This is a picture from his school days. He is posing in the picture. He's at the top right at the last queue where the picture is being taken with the bunch of those students. This is a picture from Kew Forest School. This is a private school in Queens. He was known to be energetic and sometimes even rebellious as a student. He clashed with school's rules and authority, something which is true for Donald Trump even today. Let's take a look at this next picture. Donald Trump was sent to the academy from Kew School at the age of 13 after reports of him misbehaving at his previous school. Now, this transition marked a significant turning point in his educational journey, where he became more focused on his leadership and academics, setting the stage for his later business success. The photo, in fact, if you take a look at it, captures Donald Trump during his senior year at the New York Military Academy in Cornwall-on-Hudson, New York, where he acquired the rank of captain in 1964. He was dressed in his uniform. He exudes a sense of youthful determination and discipline. At this point in his life, Trump was laying the ground for his future, navigating a structured and demanding environment that would influence his leadership style later on in life. Let's take a look at this next picture, which is in 1978. Donald Trump is pictured here holding his first son, Donald Trump Jr. The baby in this picture would later go on to become a trustee and executive vice president of his father's business empire. Donald Jr. is the son of Donald and his first wife, Ivana Trump. He would go on to have 2 full siblings, Eric and Ivanka. Now let's take a look at another of these pictures with his first wife, Ivana Trump. Here you take a look at their mansion where Donald Trump and Ivana are relaxing in their living room. This is their Manhattan apartment, and this is a picture taken in 1979. Trump was already a very successful businessman by then, and during this time there were more than 70 banks that had already lent money to Trump to the tune of $4 billion for his real estate projects. Okay, let's take a look at that other picture that we got for you, where Donald Trump has been clicked in 1980. Now, he can be seen with a model of Trump Tower, which is located at 725th Avenue in Manhattan. This Trump Tower is a 58-story skyscraper that opened in 1983 and became one of the most iconic buildings in New York City, making it a defining chapter in Trump's rise as a prominent real estate developer. Let's also take a look at this other picture where he's sitting in his limousine. Here is Donald Trump has been clicked in 1985. He's on the phone in his car. It says after he's announced plans for development of the west side of Midtown Manhattan. at the Hyatt Hotel on 42nd Street at Lexington Avenue in New York. Trump's projects in the area included a hotel, an office development, played an important part in shaping the neighborhood as a bustling commercial and tourist destination, further cementing his reputation as a real estate mogul in New York City. Let's take a look at another family picture. Now, this is the family picture of Donald Trump. This has been taken in 1986. In this photo is Donald with his first wife Ivana and their 3 children, Donald Jr., Eric and Ivanka. Let's also take a look at another picture where Donald Trump has been clicked posing at a yacht where about half of the competing state misses on board his yacht in Atlantic City in New Jersey. This is on the 4th of September 1988. This would foreshadow his purchase of the Miss Universe pageants in 1996, including Miss USA and Miss Teen USA. This next image shows Donald Trump during the opening of his Taj Mahal casino on 5th of April 1990. This is in Atlantic City in New Jersey, which later came to the brink of closure in 2014. It was one of Donald Trump's most ambitious and high-profile ventures in the casino and resort industry. Trump had invested heavily in Taj Mahal, which was built with a $1 billion price tag, which was a massive investment at the time. Taking a look at the other picture, where this is the wedding, the second wedding of Donald Trump and his next wife, who was Marla Maples, as Trump lifts Marla in his arms to kiss her, and after their wedding ceremony was completed. The moment is shared with photographers at the New York Plaza Hotel on December 20th in 1992. This came after his divorce from Ivana in 1990. The next up, this image is of Donald Trump. He's posing for photographers outside the New York Stock Exchange following the listing of his stock on 7th of June in 1995. Trump can be seen smiling as he celebrates this milestone in his business career. The moment captures a significant point in his journey towards expanding his financial presence. This occasion marked a new chapter in his entrepreneurial success. Let's take a look at another picture of Donald Trump. Here he is with his second wife, Marla, and their daughter, their only daughter, Tiffany, as they pose together at the Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach in Florida. This picture has been taken in 1996. The family smiles for the camera in this glamorous setting, capturing the moment of family unity and luxury. This image is reflective of the harmony in their personal lives while living in the exclusive Florida estate back in the day before Trump decided to divorce his second wife as well. Here is a picture of Donald Trump promoting The Apprentice, which premiered in 2004. The show quickly became a cultural phenomenon, catapulting Trump into household name status across America. It also marked the beginning of his expanded media presence, which later influenced his political career. Next up, this image is the US flag, which is waving atop a large flagpole outside Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate and club in Palm Beach in Florida. This picture is taken in 2006. Trump had initially purchased this property in 1985. The property was purchased and then developed by Trump. It served as both a luxurious private club as well as his personal residence. It also features world-class golf courses and has been a focal point for high-profile events and political gatherings. Next up, this image shows Donald Trump, his glamorous model wife Melania, and their son Barron. Trump is posing for a portrait. This picture has been taken in 2010 in New York City. Donald Trump married Melania Knoss. She was a Slovenian model when he married him. There was a lavish ceremony that was held at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach in Florida. This ceremony took place in 2005. Their son Barron William Trump was born in 2006, and he is the couple's only child together. The family has often been featured in the media, with Melania taking on the role of the First Lady during Trump's presidency. And this was the first term of Trump's presidency, and Barron remaining largely out of public eye. Next up, this image shows the halls of the Trump Tower in New York when real estate mogul and TV personality Donald Trump announced his candidacy for a Republican Party nomination for the President of the United States during a press briefing at Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue, and this was in 2015. The event marked the beginning of a political journey that would lead to Trump securing presidency in 2016 election. This announcement was made against the backdrop of the golden escalators and cheering supporters, which set the tone for a campaign that would define a new era in American politics. Next up, take a look at that image where Donald Trump is seen with his family on the stage at the end of the Republican National Convention in Cleveland. This picture has been taken in 2016. He has, at this moment, formally accepted the party's nomination for presidency. Here is a picture where there is Melania, his youngest son Barron, his older children including Ivanka and Eric, as well as Donald Jr., who are all visible on the screen in that picture. Let's take a look at that very strong, powerful picture where the Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has arrived to speak at a campaign in Warren in Michigan. This picture has been taken in 2016. This was just days before the presidential elections took place in November. Next up, this image of Donald Trump, the president-elect, who was delivering his acceptance speech during his election night event at the New York Hilton Midtown. This was in the early hours of November. This was on 9th of November in 2016. This was after his historic victory in the presidential election. Next up, we take a look at the scenes from the events that followed Donald Trump's election loss in 2020. This was the insurrection where his supporters clashed with police and security forces while attempting to storm the US Capitol on January 6, 2021 in Washington, D.C. Demonstrators breached the security and entered the Capitol as Congress was in session to certify the 2020 presidential election results. The incident marked a historic and unprecedented attack on the seat of American democracy. Next up, in 2022, this is former President Donald Trump. He's waving to supporters after announcing his third run for presidency at his Mar-a-Lago mansion in Palm Beach in Florida. This picture was taken in 2022. The announcement set the stage for his return to political arena ahead of the 2024 elections. Next up, this is a picture in the most iconic image of last year. This picture showed Donald Trump surrounded by his US Secret Service agents at a campaign rally in Philadelphia. This was immediately after he was shot in the ear during the rally that he was conducting. The striking image captured a dramatic moment and quickly went viral on social media, sparking intense discussions and global media coverage. Trump saw a spike in popularity and gained powerful endorsement of Elon Musk. And finally, after a hard-fought campaign against Democrat Kamala Harris following incumbent President Joe Biden's decision to drop out of the race, Donald Trump right now addresses the supporters in West Palm Beach in Florida in the early hours of November 6, 2024. He claims victory in the US presidential election, and the moment marked Trump's return to the White House and a pivotal shift in American politics. And finally, this picture where Trump was joined by Vice President-elect J.D. Vance, members of his family. They were all celebrating this historic win. And the image captures a moment of unity and triumph as they address supporters following their victory in the election. And here at NewsX, we bring you in-depth coverage of every major moment. Stay connected with us for all live reports, expert analysis, and engaging discussions as we navigate the complexities and possibilities of the new Trump administration. Thanks for watching NewsX.